Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.
Batgirl, 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 Batgirl.
We begin at Gotham State Prison. Wait, isn't that where we're supposed to end after we thwart the evildoers?
Thank you, Warden Crichton, for all your kind words on my behalf.
You've been on your best behavior for several months now, Joker. Mr. Wayne and I felt it should be rewarded.
Yes, as chairman of the parole board, I've given your case a great deal of scrutiny. I'm convinced that you've mended your former ways.
If he believes that, he's the dumbest crime fighter on the planet. If Joker really has changed, why does he still have the green hair and garish makeup? Shouldn't someone who's transformed into a regular guy look a little more, regular?
Well, with this $10 bill, we hope you will seek a new life on the outside. One replete with good citizenship and fine deeds.
$10 whole. That'll get him off to a good start, all right. Why, that's enough to fill the gas tank on the Joker-mobile. Once. The state may have to raise taxes to cover such generosity. Joker says, I used to light my cigars with $10 bills. By the way, have one to celebrate the occasion.
It's very good. You know, I sort of expected it to explode.
Explode? Oh, you must have me confused with somebody else, Warden. I'm a reformed man.
That doesn't mean you won't enjoy the occasional practical joke, but now's not the time, I guess. And they might change their minds when they see who's picking him up.
You want a lift, big boy?
Make it look good, Catwoman. Pull a gun on me the way we planned. They're probably watching us.
Get in this car or I'll blow whatever little brains you have out.
She's kidnapping me? Honest?
Well, that was convincing. At least it convinced the warden and Bruce.
I'd better call Commissioner Gordon at once.
I'll take care of that, Warden. Perhaps you can get some of your men after them before they get too far away.
Good idea.
He's the warden. He's in charge of all this, and somebody else had to tell him to do that. Think about that. While he goes off to do what should have been obvious to anyone with the sense God gave a donut, Bruce calls Alfred in the Batcave and has him patch the phone in with the bat phone just before Commissioner Gordon calls.
Yes, Commissioner. You're calling to tell me that Catwoman kidnapped Joker?
I might have realized you'd be on top of the situation, Batman. Seems I'm always the last to know anything.
Yeah, there's a reason for that, but you don't want to hear it. Crichton returns.
Well, I've set up roadblocks at all the major highway points leading back to Gotham City. It's a slim chance, but our only hope. With Joker in the feline clutches of Catwoman, who knows what all of us may be facing.
Oh, come on. That cigar has to explode at some point. Joker wouldn't miss a chance like that. But if it did, we don't get to see it. On to the opening theme in Act 1.
And at the Sleazy Hotel, a sleazy hotel across the street from police headquarters.
If you call your place the Sleazy Hotel, I do wonder what kind of clientele you're catering to.
The telescopic lens on this cat gun affords me a fine and magnified view of Commissioner Gordon's office right across the street.
Oh, so it does, so it does. And unless my youthful eyes are deceiving me, that looks like the dynamic dimwits in that office.
A couple of quick sniper shots and they're both out of the way forever. But that's not Catwoman's style.
Just going to send Batman the first of several little tokens of my affection.
She says he'll undoubtedly figure out where it came from and come to this hotel room where the second token will be waiting once we're gone.
Mother McCree, we're under attack.
No, hold your fire, Chief O'Hara. We're not sure which direction that bullet came from.
What's he planning to shoot at? And considering the accuracy of a revolver at that distance, he'd be lucky to hit the building, much less anybody inside it. Batman crab crawls over to where the projectile is sticking out of the wall. He grabs it with tweezers and hits the floor again.
This one was just a warning, Batman. The next one will be between your eyelids.
Any signature?
Signed, a well-wisher.
Well, it seems like somebody's interested in your welfare.
Or lack thereof, since they just said they're going to kill him.
Find anything?
That scrap of paper, nothing more. Batgirl, what are you doing here?
Just thought I might be able to lend a glove, so to speak.
Batman says, how do you do it?
Tea leaves. stars, crystal gazing, all part of a woman crime fighter's arsenal, Batman.
Why did she do that? She just said she wants to help and work together. Stealing clues isn't the best way to foster trust.
Any clues?
Enough to let us know we're dealing with both Catwoman and Joker.
How can I help?
You could start by giving back that scrap of paper you just palmed. Batman says until we know more, there's nothing you can do, so she swishes out of the room in a way that leaves them both a little cross-eyed. It gives her time to disappear before Robin notices the paper is gone.
Yes, Batgirl slipped it into her belt when she thought I wasn't looking.
You think she's trying to double-cross us?
No, but she's a woman, Robin, with a woman's inborn desire to outsmart men.
Batman really is a chauvinist. Anytime Batgirl does something cool, he's surprised. You'd think after the 50th time, he'd figure out that she's as capable as he is. But that can't be, because she's a girl.
Tea leaves, crystal gazing, stars. I wonder what she'll come up with next.
And with all that, he doesn't take her seriously. In Catwoman's lair, we're getting an exposition dump about their nefarious scheme.
Then cast your eyes on this.
A poem?
Yes. Handwritten over 200 years ago, during the French and Indian War. I purloined it from the library.
It's a clue to the location of 1 million pounds of gunpowder. What are they going to do with 1 million pounds of gunpowder?
We're going to find that gunpowder and blow a hole in the Federal Depository building you can drive a truck through. Then drive a truck through and loot the place.
Well, sure. A place like that will only have maybe 50 armed guards, and you've got 2 henchmen named Giggler and Laugher. Piece of cake.
Oh, why don't we just heist a bunch of dynamite?
Far too simple, Joker. And not half as much fun as being devilishly clever. After all, we're not common thieves.
No.
What's the dynamite equivalent of 1 million pounds of gunpowder? Which would be easier to carry to the destination?
Gunpowder is what you shall find, should you have a most logical mind. In riches you'll wallow if you carefully follow the clues I have herein consigned.
His iambic pentameter's a bit off.
Maybe that's because it's a limerick, not a sonnet. The poem says the map to the gunpowder is hidden in a nightshirt and a crib. She's located both, and that scrap of paper in the hotel was a corner of this poem. She figures Batman can sort out where it came from and get his hands on a copy of the poem.
The document she wants is missing. But the Gotham City Library makes microcopies of everything.
Or Batgirl can, and then she may or may not tell Batman. Okay, so she will, sort of.
But I think I've come upon something that may help you in your search for Catwoman and the Joker.
Crystal gazing again, Batgirl?
This time I used cards. Just meet me immediately at the apartment of Little Louie Groovy, 27-disc drive.
Little Louie Groovy, the teenage tycoon who's never missed producing a million-seller record?
Gosh, Bruce, I've always wanted to meet him.
We'll be right there.
Way to go, Dick. Call him Bruce over the open bat phone line so Batgirl can hear it nice and clearly. But if she caught it, she never let on.
Who are you recording tonight? You never tell me anything anymore.
A new group I just discovered about 20 minutes ago called the Gotham Boulevard Off-Ramp. They ought to have the #1 record in the country a week from Tuesday. Look, I gotta make my money fast. Another couple of years, I'll be in my mid-20s. Too old for the music business. Over the hill.
You're in your 40s if you're a day, dude. The fake hair and beard don't come close to covering it up. The uncredited agent there is Joe E. Ross. He was known for that voice and had just finished a several-year run as Gunther Tootie on Car 54, Where Are You?
Ooh, what a client I got.
And that ooh, ooh was one of his signature lines. Not long after this, he landed the male lead as Gronk in the sitcom It's About Time. We may take a look at that one of these days. Next thing we know, Louie takes off the hair and beard and heads for bed.
Little Louie, you've just slipped the groove.
Who's that?
You might find out faster if you take off the night mask. When he finally does, he tells him to stay back. He knows karate and he'll use it.
Karate isn't effective unless accompanied by yelling. Let him howl until he sprains a vocal cord. Then get him.
Tired!
Karate is also a defensive system, so he shouldn't be doing anything until one of them does.
Pete!
I can't yell anymore. I'm done for.
They pull the nightshirt off him. I assume Catwoman turned her back when they did that. Or not. She stayed for the free show. I had no idea Catwoman was such a voyeur. Batman and Robin come in, and as usual, everybody stands around and talks about what they're going to do, and after we've covered enough runtime, the fight begins.
My first royalty check.
The battle continues until we're sure we've destroyed everything in the room.
You guys ruined my apartment. It'll cost over $11,000 to replace all the goodies.
Never fear, Mr. Groovy. Full restitution will be made. Even if it takes Catwoman and Joker the rest of their natural lives to pay it off.
Batman wonders why they went to so much trouble to steal a nightshirt.
He doesn't know about the gunpowder. Give him a catchy story.
Oh. Batman is 6 inches away. It's possible he didn't hear you. Whisper louder.
Well, it was all Catwoman's fault, fellas. If you recall, it was she who kidnapped me.
You catfink.
She told me that Louie Groovy was a hip cat, and that it might be fun if we stole the cat's pajamas. Well, you know how I am about practical jokes. I couldn't resist it.
Even Joker isn't buying that story. It's so lame.
You must have flipped your raspberry, Joker. How could you allow anyone to talk you into something as stupid?
But Batman's buying it.
Agreed. You're absolutely and positively right. Oh, I made a dreadful mistake. Oh, let bygones be bygones. I'd like to shake hands with both of you. Can't we be friends?
Robin resists, but Batman tells him to err is human, to forgive divine.
Another practical joke, Joker.
Not exactly, Batman. No, it's my lethal Joker buzzer. One by one, your 5 senses will leave you. Then your lungs will collapse, and shortly you'll be kaput, fini, defunct.
To err is human, to forgive divine. To be stupid gullible is Batman.
Three beats a minute, not too good.
And to save the stupid gullible one is Batgirl. The dynamic duo are appropriately grateful.
What took you so long, Batgirl?
Rush hour traffic, plus all the lights were against me. And you wouldn't have wanted me to speed, would you?
Your good driving habits almost cost us our lives.
Rules are rules, Robin. But you do have a point.
By the way, you're welcome for saving your lives. Get her sworn into the police department like you are, put some lights and a siren on the Batgirl cycle, problem solved.
How did you know that Catwoman and Joker would be here?
It's all written in a poem they have in their possession, Batman. The nightshirt they stole and a cradle are clues to an enormous cache of gunpowder.
Where's the cradle?
In the possession of Carnaby Katz, devil-may-care men's clothing designer from Londinium.
While they make a plan to visit Mr. Katz, Robin is seeing to little Louie Groovy.
Here, drink this.
Water. Champagne.
He said in a few years he'll be in his early 20s, which means he's probably underage right now. But when you're rich, that doesn't matter. They arrive at Carnaby Katz's place too late. He says they left just seconds before you arrived. I thought you might run into each other.
Where could they have disappeared to so quickly?
Closer than you think. Just outside, waiting to ambush you. Will Joker and Catwoman make good their perfidious plan to steal millions?
They were probably hiding in your cape, Robin. They have what they need to find the gunpowder, but both Catwoman and Joker have such a mad-on for Batman, they're willing to risk it all so they can eliminate him and his pals. What perfidious plot do they have to eliminate the troublesome trio? We'll find out next time. I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.